Are you on video in your private practice? If not, why not? Listen, we've been in lockdown as I'm recording this video for over 100 days now, and chances are, if you're not already making video, you will have video experience because you will have been on Zoom with your patients and your colleagues. And now more than ever, we need to be online, making video for our patients, talking about what we're best at treating and putting that on our websites. Because frankly, video is only going to get bigger. So the stats for video are overwhelming. Did you know that 80% of content that's consumed online is in video format? By the end of this year, we'll see the number of YouTube viewers go up by 100% again. Crazily, websites that have video on their homepage are 40% more likely to get on page 1 of Google. And that we're not talking about Google Ads here. And interestingly, knowledge that's transmitted to patients in video format is 9 times more likely to be remembered than images or text alone. So it's a hugely powerful medium and you need to be getting on with it. Now, I'm willing to guess that there's still some reasons that may be holding you back from video. And one of the things is, it's going to look a bit naff, it's going to sound a little naff. And those are really, really easy fixes. So let's think about sound. Sound is hugely important. And part of the problem is that people make video using their smartphone, and if the smartphone's held a bit away from them, it's quite difficult for the sound to be picked up. So a quick fix is a lapel mic. A lapel mic such as a Rode Lav Plus, if you've got an iPhone, it's about £50, and you can buy what's called a dead cat, which is like a little furry thing you can put over the top of it, and that will stop the wind rustle getting in there. So it's a really quick fix for using with your smartphone. The next thing is to remember about where the light is. There's no point you silhouetting yourself against a window just because the window looks nice and the view outside is pretty. Okay, so find a well-lit corner. Make sure that there's light shining onto you and that you're not appearing dark in the background because the light's behind you. I'm often told by clinicians that I work with that they're worried that they're going to come across badly. They're going to say too many ums and ahs, or it's just going to appear a bit stiff. So my top tip for you is to ham it up a little bit. So when we're on camera, we often tend to just reduce our sort of facial expressions and we almost freeze a bit like a rabbit in the headlights. So take your best, most exotic persona, add on 10% and you've got it about right. So if it feels like it's a little bit over the top, you're just spot on. Now, once you've got comfy with speaking to camera, what I want you to do is learn to edit your video. Now, this is really easy to learn. I promise you, it's really easy to learn. But the reason people struggle with it is that when they're recording, they're not helping themselves out. So imagine you need to cut some bits out of your video. What you want to be able to do is make those clips or crops super easy. So I'm going to encourage you to think about a couple of things. The first thing is each time you go to speak, I want you to pause, smile, and then talk. And crucially, at the end of speaking, I want you to smile again. Now that might seem a bit false, but what it will enable you to do is to crop very easily, and you can take out the smile if it doesn't seem fitting at the time, but it's a nice bookend around that section of time. What we tend to see is people are reading something and they look away, and it's very difficult to crop when you keep turning your head away from the camera. So always pause, and it's absolutely fine. You don't need to be a one-take wonder. It's so much easier to edit. So rather than doing it, holding my breath, blah, 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 slow down, pause, smile, and then speak. So you're adept at making video for your website and putting it on social media. What about going live? So there are a few sort of tips around going live that will mean that you can also then repurpose your live video afterwards. So when we're talking about going live, we're meaning going live on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. When people are watching you, chances are they're watching you after the live has taken place. So hopefully you will get some viewers turning up who are with you on the live call, but the majority of people who are going to view your video will be after the fact. So when you're starting off your live, it's nice to thank people who are the sort of retro viewers. So, hi, I'm Kath. Thanks to all the people who are watching this on the replay. And then go straight into what you're going to be talking about. And as human beings, we like to stay the course if someone is telling us to stay the course. So if at all possible, maybe say I'm going to be talking about 5 things that are going to enable you to do blah, 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 blah. Because our human brain is wired to want to see what the 5th one is. And when we're talking about sort of social media and algorithms and YouTube in particular, they will rank us according to how long that video has been viewed. So if you can keep people staying to the end, keep their interest, then you are far more likely to be shown to more people through the algorithm. So think about, can I make this a listicle? Keep people to the end. And then finally, at the end of your live, it's really, really important that you have a call to action. So what's that call to action going to be? Is it to watch my next video that relates to this video? Is it going to be to sign up to my email list? Or easily, you could possibly say this, is it to book an appointment with me if you've got this particular problem? So take your live video, make it evergreen, maybe put it in your blog section on your website. And don't forget, you can also put it in places on social as well. So for example, your LinkedIn profile, you've probably got about 5 or 6 places where you can put video blogs. Start making video if you're not making video. And if you're struggling with making video and you need a little bit of encouragement from some peers and a bit of accountability, why not join our Ninja Zoom calls? They're every Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. Totally free. You turn up. It's an hour of good banter and proper learning. We'd love to see you there.